Hello and welcome everyone to my Let's Play Tomb Raider 3, The Adventures of Lara Croft. This is 115 speaking. Wow, we just find ourselves thrown into a beautiful lagoon with reefs, corals and these beautiful fish which should look very familiar by now. These are exactly the same kind of species Lara has in her mansion in the fish tank, in the underground hidden place behind the time door. So yeah, that might ring a bell for those of you who've played or watched Lara's mansion being played. The reason I'm examining this stone pedestal is that right at the beginning we find a key item, smuggler's key. Now don't worry if you miss this thing, it is entirely optional. However, this level, just like River Ganges, will offer multiple paths at multiple spaces. I will, however, do my best to show you how to obtain all items and kill all enemies by combining these multiple pathways in a legit way, so don't worry about that. But do be on the lookout for the smuggler's key if you are a completionist. Now, saying that, we have not yet inspected element 15 I kept talking about at the end of area 51, so let's take a look at it. And for some reason it says aura dagger in here. Now I have checked the internet, this is actually a glitch in some versions of the game. This is element 115. Aura dagger is what we are after here in South Pacific. I don't know how this could have happened. It's a really embarrassing bug, to be honest, but there you have it. Actually, let me show you a screenshot from my PS1 version that I've played it, and let me show you. It is called Element 115 there. So here it is. I apologize for the low quality. Unfortunately, you cannot take you cannot take screenshots on PS Vita whilst playing PS1 emulated games. So I had to make do with my smartphone camera, but there you have it. It is called Element 115. Also decided to use a screenshot from the beginning of South Pacific. Seems only appropriate. But okay, let's get into a PC version reality now. So, there you have it. This is not Aura Dagger, this is Element 115, just to make sure I'm not making any wild claims. Okay, so that's really that. Let's just go opposite of the spot where we found the smuggler's key. The reason is there is just a small climbable ledge. Due to the rock texture, it is really difficult to see these things, you know, protruding ledges and things like that. It looks like, you know, a solid wall instead. It really blends in too easily. Okay, and let's continue. Actually, look at this, there should be a small piece of aisle in here. Just purely an obstacle, but still it's lovely. Look at it. I absolutely love how this place looks. It is so staggeringly beautiful. I mean, just look at it. Oh, great. And for some reason the sand textures just really remind me of the old Crash Bandicoot for PS1. I don't know why. It's those bright contours, something about that, you know. And it's really bulky and I don't know, I love these kinds of graphics. Okay, but before we get onto the actual main beach, let's explore more rocks protruding from the seafloor. There is yet another small health pack, which is good. After that trauma we've suffered in high security compound, we are kind of needy on supplies, especially ammunition. Now, talking about ammunition, since I decided to do a no pistols gameplay since the beginning of Area 51, let's just jump over here, because this is the first secret of the level. It's really in plain sight. And the reward for finding the secret is, of course, the pickup on the other side. Now, to get to it, you need to make a very accurate jump, which can be done without grabbing, although I only managed this like once in 5 attempts. So instead, to be on the absolutely safe side, grab immediately, and yeah, pick up your prize, MP5 clips, which are really essential now that we are not using pistols anymore. So I'm really excited to see that. And you know what? As I said, I don't know. I've never tested this kind of playthrough. I don't know if we'll have enough ammunition for everything. We can get into a pretty serious trouble, but I think this is what makes it really exciting, because I never tried this before. Okay, and now this level, I've compared it to the River Ganges. The reason is we can go left to the hut, or we can slide down here. Now, if you do slide down here, you cannot go back. Of course, it's a steep slope, and you will miss on a couple of goodies and and enemies, and I think you will also miss on a secret. Yes, because we'll find ourselves in an area there'll be no return from. So for all intents and purposes, it is always advantageous, unless you're just aiming for the best time, to find that smuggler's key and come here. But don't worry, as I said, I will play this level in a manner in which you will miss absolutely nothing. I will show you exactly the other end of that slope, because we will get there just through a more difficult and longer route. Okay, so let's open the trapdoor. Make sure you do not catch fire in that fireplace there. And actually, I love the small detail. There's a hole in the roof for the smoke to escape. I don't know why, but this just fascinates me. I remember the first time I played this level made just such a huge impression on me. It's absolutely beautiful. I just wish there would be some other object than the fireplace in this hut. You know, something like in the city of Wilkabamba, the old tent skins and pots and vases, that kind of details, really. Oh well. Can't have it all. And yes, you will take small damage, however, PC players will be happy to see a health crystal right here now. Actually, I suggest you maybe do a jump. Whew, that was way too close. I jumped a bit early, because this old, really goofy trap. Whoa, you can roll through it. That's amazing. Or you can just safely crawl. I prefer to do that stylish jump. But, you know, if you're not expecting it, you're just gonna die. This is so cheap, but it is also so hilarious that I somehow tolerate it, you know? And, okay, first of all, let's draw that MP5, because there will be one vicious kind of enemy that you will probably not even see from where Lara will be aiming at him. Okay, there he is, up there. Yeah, you cannot see him, and I say him, that is a human indeed, although he does not behave like one. We have basically entered, I mean, this level is called a coastal village after all, isn't it? We have entered a village of a couple of local natives, and in a true Tomb Raider fashion, we will cause genocide, because, yeah, because launching a nuclear missile was not enough for Lara. Although, in her defense, these guys are out to eat her alive, probably even. So, yeah, they're not exactly your friendly neighbors. Saying that, that's no defense for me. If they would be, I would still be killing them for the kills, you know. But okay, let's take a dive into the pool now that it's crocodile-free. Actually, saying that, look at these guys. Look at those eyes. They look so great. Since Tomb Raider 1, we have not seen crocodiles since, I think, Greek levels. You know, this is a huge nostalgia. And the price for exploring this really creepy lake is... Oh, be patient, my friends. There is still more to be found here. Although what we will find will not really surprise you. It's really difficult to see, so I suggest you light up a flare. Okay, and there should be a third and final bundle of harpoons, but yes, for those of you who have played Tomb Raider 2, you will recognize what we've picked up as a harpoon gun. There it is, the beauty. It has a bit of a stronger shade of green on the edges. You know, I don't know why that is the case, something to do with the Tomb Raider 3 dynamic lighting, but it works just like the harpoon gun in Tomb Raider 2, meaning it's the worst weapon in the entire game, but the only one you can use underwater. So that will actually allow us to get some kills in later stages. Therefore, I will try not to use it when we can kill enemies from the ground. At the same time, considering that we are not using pistols, we don't have that much ammunition to spare. We just have these 25 Desert Eagle shots and 140 MP5 shots. So there will be a third crocodile in this level that I think I will try to use the harpoon gun on, just to see how many shots they can weather out, that sort of thing. Now, saying that, let's not forget the third bundle of harpoons. Ah, there it is. Okay. I was worried I'm not going to find it. Good. So yeah, that's it for this entire lake. So this is basically where the smuggler's hut takes you, and this is the detour caused by entering the smuggler's hut as opposed to taking a slope. Okay, so there will be some really impressive climbing to be done in this place, and finally we'll use the monkey bars to swing across, which is great because there's not enough of that in Tomb Raider 3, I think. I just really love the animation of Lara doing that. Look at it. Okay. Oh, this music. Actually, I don't think I have talked about it yet. This is kind of a Tomb Raider 3 remake of that Opera House theme in Tomb Raider 2. Well, it wasn't just Opera House, it was Opera House that introduced it for the first time. But yeah, it was also used, for example, in Ice Palace, Catacombs of Talion. The deck, oh my god, yes, this kind of music made deck especially creepy. Although if you notice, it is a bit remade. Yeah, and it was used in Temple Ruins here in Tomb Raider 3, I just haven't talked about it back then. It uses a bit of a different sounds and instruments, but it is exactly the same kind of theme. Just these echoes in the distance, some hammering points and that kind of thing. It is really scary, kind of why I love it. Okay, and I think let's go a bit to the right and go as low as we can. Enough to make a, yep, backward jump. Once again, MP5 clips, really essential, especially for me. And okay, this is a bit tricky. We'll just have to have a bigger run up for that angle. And once again, we'll monkey swing across. Hooray! Okay, just can't have enough monkey swinging. And actually, we are approaching the corpse of that cannibal over there. There will be two kinds of natives we will meet in the coastal village. I think it's only coastal village we'll meet them. Oh no! Oh no, we'll meet them further on as well. Okay, it's gonna be really interesting. But later about that. Don't want to spoil anything for those of you who haven't played this game. So yeah, here at least I think it's he, right? Yeah, the muscles say it all. Okay, so these guys actually carry a blow dart. Yeah. And they will, you know, just blow into it to poison Lara with poisonous darts, which is very vicious. Thankfully, their accuracy is really bad. They are really not much of a threat from certain distances. That, of course, over there was a significant distance, and his blow dart was matched with our MP5, which is pretty much the most accurate weapon in the game. So, as you can imagine, it wasn't a fair fight for him. But over here, let's just slide down and whoa, jump across as soon as you can. And let me just show you what I mean by inferior range from these guys. So Lara has an aim on another one. He's trying to shoot at us, but he's failing miserably. At the same time, I don't want to take any chances. I think it's time to, yeah, end it. In case you do get poisoned, don't worry, you might have already seen there's a health crystal glowing in there. In case you're a PS1 player, once again, my most sincere condolences. Yeah, I really don't like these unfair disadvantages and differences in platform versions of the same game. It's just, I really don't like it. Saying that, I wouldn't want them to make the PC version the same, you know, using save crystals. No, just, especially after Tomb Raider 2, which had unlimited saving on PS1, why would you revert to this kind of system in what is the most difficult and sadistic Tomb Raider so far, at the time, of course. Actually, in case of Tomb Raider 3, probably all the time. Yeah, why would you just do that? I truly do not know. I mean, on one way, they want to pose, you know, an expert challenge for those experienced Tomb Raiders. At the same time, you have to consider some people have just become fans, hopefully, so you need to make the game, at least first few levels, a bit approachable. And Jungle was, by all means, but ooh, Temple Ruins... no way. Yeah, okay, so now what we can do is jump on that platform, shimmy to the left, or I'm actually going to do something risky, but I've managed this twice, so why not a third time? Ooh. Ooh-hoo! Just close enough. Okay, great. So yeah, a bit of a shortcut there. I didn't want to shimmy, and yeah. Now, oh, this is a memorable area, I really love it. We find ourselves in a very foggy valley with a wooden bridge across it, and there's forest heading that way and a cave that way. The cave over there is where we would end up if we were to slide down next to the smuggler's hut. So the smuggler's hut is really somewhere over there. There's also a wooden bridge all the way on the top, which puzzled me to no end when I was younger. I thought we have to get up there. No, it's just there to give you an impression of traces of, you know, civilization, and that's a great detail, but still, to a younger me, it was just infuriating I couldn't get there, to that bridge. Saying that, there is a spot we can get, and that is also a second secret of this level. It's kind of tricky to spot, but really, if you're an experienced Tomb Raider, you probably want to explore these really climbable looking spaces. Ooh, didn't even need to grab. Well done. And yep, the secret chime has triggered, and yes, finally grenades. I think our grenade launcher was empty before this point. Unfortunately, saying that, the natives are not a good target. Well, actually, they're a great target for grenade launcher if you don't care about kill count in the statistics screen, because one grenade and it's all over for a native. However, for me, that means I will not be using them, of course, because it messes up our kill count. So, yeah. Unfortunately, we really put it to good use in Area 51, but here, not so much. Okay, just right, great. And actually, you can decide whether you want to go to the temple or you want to drop down over here. If you do drop down, you will miss some things in the temple itself. So I would really suggest you enter the temple first. Actually, do we have some shotgun ammunition? No. Oh, god damn it. What a shame. Okay, so instead, we can go to the right. As you can see, there is absolutely nothing in the right. Lara, put that MP5 to good use. But on the left, yep, a new kind of native, one carrying a club, ambushes us. Oh dear. I have not realized it goes quite that far. Okay, this was actually a wonderful death, you know. Okay, guys, let me see you back at this spot. Okay, here I am back. Please give me another chance. This is exactly the kind of place where shotgun would come in handy, but yeah, we'll have to make do with Desert Eagle, which actually makes no difference. Same rate of fire, 2 shots should do the trick. However, do not let that bastard corner you. Now you can't see it because exactly those parts of him are covered, but these guys actually wear some strange masks and clubs to club Lara to death. So yeah, that's the variety when it comes to the natives. So yeah, the solution now is pretty obvious, you know, let's just crawl beneath this thing. It was such a hilarious death though, completely random. And oh my god. Ah, I love this place. Usually, following the light is a good thing, but not in this particular temple. Please make sure to press the button over here first. Whoa, everything suddenly changed and we are above. It's like we switched to a different temple or something. We are suddenly on a ramp, the button is lower. I think it's to ensure we cannot repress it because the game would crash or something. I have no idea. But anyway, the shutter has now closed, meaning there is no light here. If there would be light and we would pass by here, we would trigger not only poisonous darts shooting from the walls, but also spikes on these tiles over here. You can tell by their shape actually. So now that that did not happen, we can just, you know, safely jump across. However, be careful, we have just stepped on light. So make sure to crawl here, pick up the health or save crystal, and over here is actually a huge shortcut through the level that will take us to more, basically to the second half of the level, yeah? So take it if you are, you know, in for a good time, otherwise please do return because we will miss a tremendous amount of this level by doing that. What we can do instead is either go to the bridge and drop down, which once again is not really necessary at this point. Oh, actually, we should be safe. Yep, great. Instead, let's let the water current here carry us. Ooh, okay, took some damage there for some unknown reason. Anyways, yeah, holding action key will not help us reduce the damage, but there we are. We have landed just on this small tile on a huge tall waterfall. I mean, look how far that is. The water is shallow, okay, so you cannot really jump down safely and start exploring. And just for a good measure, there are a couple of spikes there. Anyway, I'm not aware of any safe way to reach the area down there. You are not really supposed to, and ahead is just black abyss. For some reason, this really reminds me of the Great Wall of China from Tomb Raider 2, you know, the green hills, the sky, that kind of thing, and just blackness all the way down, which is supposed to be covered by the in-game map features like objects, rocks, that kind of thing. Either way, just feel free to explore this path over here, because we get our hands on a key item. Serpent Stone in particular, we are on the lookout for 3 of these. All of them are actually close by in this area. As I said, this is a huge chunk of the level you can just skip if you want to take the other sliding chute down. Oh shit, I am really not confident about this jump. Let's see, Lara, will you let me down? Or will you let me live? Whew, okay. Okay, really wasn't sure. Okay, now we can either go left or we can go right. One has a ladder leading all the way to the top. I would suggest we go to the right first. And you know what? Since we've taken some damage, let's feel free to pick up the health crystal now, actually. Why not? Okay. There we go, all fully restored. And let's climb up. This will actually take us into a forest area that leads to the area beneath the wooden bridge we've been... Oh my god! This guy, as you can imagine, he was supposed to spawn by us entering from the other way. But now that, just like in River Ganges, we are kind of doing things in the other order, just like the weird monkey spawning, this guy spawned from behind. And yeah, this is the creepy mask and the strange club I've been talking about. You know, sharp spikes and... You know, actually these guys look less creepy with that mask on. Their real faces are even scarier than the mask itself. The blow dart warriors, they have really scary faces. Okay, now once again there are a couple of areas we can explore, but let's in terms of level procedure, let's backtrack. Okay, the reason I did that was, yep, you can hear it and you can even see it, poisonous darts, those vicious bastards just shooting at us. So you are, you know, safe on the sides of this block. Okay, and let's go here for that large health pack. And also, we'll make it across. This is actually a pit of quicksand, but do not worry, it is not lethal like in River Ganges. You can climb out of it should you drop down. Okay, and let's... Yep, there he is. Let's turn around. The reason this guy spawned there is because we were supposed to emerge from the cave over here. Yep. And this is exactly where we would find ourselves if at the beginning of the level we were not to take the smuggler's hut drop, but instead slide down a sandy slope. Hope this looks familiar, because this is it. And yeah, it would lead into this cave, from which we would trigger both warriors wearing clubs in the correct order. So yeah. Now we just have to make it once again across the quicksand, and also, once you pick up the second secret, you can just drop down from the wooden bridge here. You will miss that large health pack, 1 warrior kill, and health crystal in the temple over there, but that's all, really. So yeah, there are so many ways and different orders you can really tackle this level along, but really it wasn't really difficult for me to figure out the path to find everything. It is all very neatly intertwined. Let's maybe... crawl? I'm not sure if that was the smartest thing to do, looking how low those darts go, but... okay. Yeah, I cannot really make a running jump, can I? Nope. Let's see. Oh, thank goodness, Lara. Okay, whew. Didn't want to, you know, do running jump and get poisoned. Now that we've picked up that health crystal down there, we would have no means of curing ourselves of poisoning other than using a small health pack. Large health pack as well. Now, what we have to do, what I thought to be a secret, because it is really, really hidden, we need to climb up the treetops here. Yeah, even from the wooden bridge you might have noticed these ledges really look, you know, kind of climbable. Your instinct would be right in that case. Oh, don't fall, thank you very much. First of all, first things first, let's go all the way over here for a really well hidden pair of shotgun shells. Finally. Yeah, it takes really just 2 shotgun blasts to bring a native down, so they make really prime targets for a shotgun. You know, exactly the same kind of thing I said back in Tomb Raider 1 and 2. If your enemy takes more than 2 hits from a shotgun to bring down, shotgun is not a good weapon to use. But 1 is brilliant, and so are 2 shots. So yeah, the natives make good targets for that. Unfortunately, there won't be many shotgun shells in here. Oh, actually, I think that we'll find 6 shots. That's decent enough. Enough for 3 enemies. Oh well. Okay, and this is exactly what we've been aiming for this entire time. Ooh! I'm not really super confident about this jump. Try to keep holding that action key as late as you can to make sure Lara will make the longest jump possible. But do not drop down yet. The reason is... oh yes, Desert Eagle clips. Oh my goodness. And also a 3rd secret. We need these clips so badly. Oh, actually, looking at the secrets screen now, there is a very interesting thing I haven't explained yet. Since this is a multiple paths level, and we could have taken that shortcut from the temple into the next area of the game, the developers have decided to put 4 secrets into this level, but only make 3 of them to be the top number of secrets, to make sure that if you do take the shortcut and therefore miss this secret on the treetop branch, you will still be able, along with all other secrets in the game, to trigger the secret level at the very end. See, this right here is a good design. Why the hell didn't you do the same thing in River Ganges is absolutely beyond me. We could have gone right, we could have gone left. Oops, only one of them has a secret, yet they did not consider this in the secrets count total. But they did that here in the coastal village. I mean, there's really not much consistency to talk about there. And yes, the other stone is right opposite of us over there. However, how would I put this? While this really looks doable, I don't know. I'm not super confident about this. The reason is, you know, this current already carried us to that safe spot on the waterfall, but just sometimes the current decides not to drop you there and instead kill you, and I really don't want this to happen now. And we have just managed to lose... I'm sorry, what just happened? We have almost no health to speak of. The next health crystal is miles away. At least I think, if my memory serves me correct. Okay, do not do what I did. Just drop directly into the current and hope it will not decide to kill you. Sometimes the current will just drop you off at the very bottom over there. I don't know what influences it. Some kind of Lara's positioning that I personally have not found to have any kind of control over. So yeah, great. I'm pretty sure should we get hit by a club at this point, we are dead instantly. That is really not good. Not at all. I'm wondering if I should really use a health pack or not. After that disastrous Area 51 laser room, you know, with the soldiers and yellow lasers all across the room, where we ended up using 2 health packs, I'm kind of trying to redeem myself, but that might just end up killing me. Actually, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Do you see him? He thinks he's invisible. Oh my god, this is actually cute. Okay, good. That's a safe way to get rid of him. I could have used MP5 actually. Whatever. Okay, I would like to use Desert Eagle for close quarters. Actually, we could have even used the shotgun, but as I said, we'll have plenty of ample opportunities to use that. What was that, Lara? That was just embarrassing. Please stop doing that to yourself. Okay, so let me try this again. Yep, top is where we need to go, and from here, yep, just get our hands on the Serpent Stone. The torch should light up, right? That's strange. Why isn't the torch lit up? I remember this torch was lit up during my trial run. I'm not sure what did not trigger it. Very strange indeed. And actually, from these torches, when they are usually on fire, you will not get caught on fire for some reason. It's really strange. By now, you know, the game has taught you even the smallest wisp of flame sets Lara on fire, yet these torches don't really do that. We've picked the health pack here up. Very easy to miss. Seems slippery, but it's actually solid. Okay, let me show you what we needed those serpent stones for all along. A really memorable room actually up ahead. these serpent heads, you know, each with a wooden barrier requiring 1 serpent stone. Imagine after you find that 1 serpent stone and you're all proud. Oh my god, I discovered a secret, put it here and realize, oh shit, we need 2 more. Yeah, thankfully, as I said, all in the vicinity, so it's all fine and well. Okay, and the final one. I love how whilst the doors are opening you can just side jump to exactly the right distance. It's really great. Makes it very fluent. Okay, and we find ourselves in their village. Here it is in all its glory. Actually, not yet. We are in kind of a upper roof canopy area. Ah, okay, down you go, you bastard. Before you drop down into that area, however, make a note of the small health pack here, please. Pretty please. Do not miss it, because there is really no way to get back up here. So, now that you've taken care of the native and the small health pack, feel free to drop down. I love the music in the distance. It's like there's some mating ritual going on and Lara just completely disturbed it. Okay. Yep, from that hut, he starts to charge. Now, one thing I would like to point out here. This spot over here is exactly where we would find ourselves should we take the shortcut from the temple. This ramp leads to the temple. You can see actually the light shutters up on the up top. However, of course, this being slippery, we cannot get back. However, do jump here if you're interested in all the kills, because going through here triggers native with the blowgun over there. And he's down, actually. You can even really see him well. But actually, touching that slope while jumping on top of it, the accessible part of it, I mean, will trigger his appearance. You know, you were supposed to slide down and he was supposed to be that extra punishment for your shortcut. But, yeah. For us, every kill is a reward, not a punishment. And, yep, let's also climb up here, because, yep, just completely random place with a couple of grenades, so just make a note of that. And feel free to explore all the huts. Only very few of them hold any items of value. But there you have it. This one should be completely empty. Yep. Once again, I wish they would put some kind of, you know, 3-dimensional, because this is Tomb Raider 3, even the pickups are 3-dimensional, but, you know, even 2-dimensional, you know, infinitely rotating object in here to give some semblance of culture, civilization, something like that. I mean, these guys must be really primitive. They've manufactured exactly nothing. Make a note of that area on the left, but no reason to go there just yet. Whoa! Okay. Instead... Oh, fireplace. At least some kind of feature. Okay, good. And a small health pack. The only objects and traces of civilization these guys have, we are stealing away from them. Oh, let me show you something fascinating. Do you see this wall over here, yeah? See, we'll just slide down on top of it. But if you look outside, it actually clips out. But if you come out, yeah, see, it disappears. And this is fully accessible as well. This is exactly the same kind of thing like with the UFO in Area 51 or the truck in High Security Compound. How the hell did the engine pull this off? I have no idea, but it fascinates me to no end. I guess I do get a bit easily amused, but come on, that's a good thing, especially in the world of video games. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna pick you up, because, I mean, our health is just horrendous. And, yeah, there is a tall grass, a bit of a shortcut. All we can do here is really explore the hut. Oh no, it's this one, isn't it? Okay, safety walk here. Do you see that? This, my friends, is not a large health pack, as you might think. This, my friends, is a brutal, sick joke from the developers. Do you remember the high pillar with the large health pack in Palace Midas that the developers thought unreachable? Well, using the corner glitch, we managed to get to it, yeah? Do you remember that fake ladder in Dagger of Jeanne with large health pack? In the Temple of Jeanne, yeah, with large health pack that the developers put there thinking it's unreachable. It is with a flight patch utility that the fans have developed, Perhaps this was the inspiration for that. You can sort of swim through the air there. I didn't do it because it was a, you know, vanilla playthrough. Now, there is literally the ultimate unpickable large health pack. The developers just kept developing ways to be more of a dicks to you. This one cannot be picked up with any kind of utility. Maybe there is some patch which directly, you know, edits the map or something, but at that point you are playing a different map. You cannot pick it up. This is a quicksand, which by the way is lethal. You cannot even climb out of it. It is that deep. And I've tried many things. I have even tried jumping instantly directly on top of the large health pack and pressing control. See if that at least triggers the pickup animation. No, nothing. It is literally unpickable. Because, you know, if some enemy that can walk on slippery slopes dies and leaves the drop on the slippery slope, like I think happened in Tomb Raider 2 in Offshore Rig to us, you can jump there directly and immediately press control and Lara will pick it up, then start sliding down. But for quicksand, no, there is no workaround, there is no fix, there is no patch, there is nothing. This large health pack is perfection when it comes to unpickable items. It is the ultimate tease from the developers, exactly designed for people like me. I hate them and I love them at the same time for it. Yeah, okay. And this here is a pit that we cannot cross just yet. We need to actually trigger that trapdoor to close and allow us safe passage. So, we are gonna do exactly that. Now remember that passage I told you about that we were not supposed to go to yet? This is kind of why I just wanted to show you things in a sequence. Actually, mind the huge enormous gate here. This is impressive if the same guys responsible for these muddy heads built something like this. I cannot even imagine that. Unfortunately, there is no way to open it or anything like that, but it really makes your imagination wonder what's on the other side. And make a note of this. As you can see, there are two ropes attached to this underwater trapdoor. With a rope mechanism just like that, we will trigger it to open. But that will be by the very end of the level. First of all, let's keep that MP5 handy. Okay, close call. If this guy would get a shot on us, we'd get poisoned. Actually, let me try and investigate their face really closely to see how creepy it really is. Okay. Yeah, so there you have it. I would really like these guys to, all of them, to just wear masks, and wow, he disappeared quickly. Huh. Strange. Usually the corpses stay longer, at least in the PC version. Now I think we can put our shotgun to good use. I think. Yep. Oh my god, that was close. And over here we need to kill this guy very quickly before he decides to poison us. No, Lara, you just wasted a Desert Eagle shot. Oh, god damn it. Ah, you do realize there are children in third world countries starving. They could buy a whole lunch for this bullet. Ah, okay. You've probably heard a voice. That would be coming from top of the treetop house over there. There is a guy, an Australian guy living in that hut. A civilized guy, by all accounts, although in a terrible state, as we'll find out later, who wants us to visit him up there. But he can't be bothered to extend a ladder or anything like that. This, right here, is the end of the coastal village level. Visiting him is our top priority. So, there is a lot of work to be done here before we do that. But first of all, let me show you this really interesting swamp over here. Do you see that lush jungle in the distance? That's actually area from the next following level. The trick is to get across. As you can see, this is all quicksand, yeah? No, this is an illusion. Some of these tiles, these plants, are dangerous. Others are solid. Now let me just dive right into my alternate playthrough and show you exactly what I mean by that. So, welcome to my entirely separate playthrough, just to demonstrate and make sure I don't make any wild, unreasonable, unproven claims. Whoa, careful about this. This half of the tile is no longer safe. Let me just demonstrate that there are indeed safe plants we can jump on top of. And yeah, on the other side is the teasing beginning of the next level. Actually, no, the beginning of the next level is on this shore over here. I actually made a cute little map just to navigate through these, because we don't have the official one the game will give us. Okay. And now, the point I want to make, demonstrate and ask you to remember is the tile over here. This tile will become solid at the beginning of the next level. However, now it is not safe at all. Let me show you. And there we are. We have sunk to the depths through it. It is entirely not safe. Actually, none of these tiles around here are safe. I have tested all of them. So yeah, that's basically what I want to show you. I really don't think... Yeah, this is a lethal kind of quicksand. Let's start popping those health packs. We cannot even climb on the other side when we reach it. It is that vicious. It is basically too deep. Oh, poor Lara. Imagine the agony she must be going through. And now I'm holding control, but yeah, nothing was happening. So this is the barrier the game put on us, to put simply. Yeah, so that's really all there is to it. I'll of course show you at the beginning of the next level how that last tile is actually solid. But yeah, it's really kind of a cheap block from the developers. I mean, what I think they should do is just not even put these plants on the mud, and they should have just pretended, oh, they sometimes resurface based on the depth of the mud, and at the beginning of the next level they would resurface magically or something like that. This is just really cheap, you know, but oh well, there you have it. Okay, and this is a trapdoor. Yep, we've triggered with a rope mechanism, which I originally thought would trigger the underwater trapdoor, but no. By the way, this is solid, you can step on it, so don't be shy. Oh my god. That was a massive amount of health you took from us, you son of a bitch. No, Lara, not pistols, we are not using them, remember, we keep our promises. There should be another one there. Oh my god, here he is. Okay, thankfully they don't take a lot of beating. Now, interesting thing about this guy in the treetop house is he sometimes shouts, "Hey Sheila!" I don't know why. It's really strange. Is Sheila like a common name in Australia, or is it, you know, is Sheila his sweetheart, his friend, his sister, his mother? Is he delusional? Actually, he probably is, considering what state he is in. I have really no idea why he does that. But yeah, if you stick around under the treehouse, I just, you know, encourage you to try and trigger different shouts from that guy in the treehouse. Either way, we can finally continue through here. Actually, could have picked up the shotgun shells later, but we put them to good use. And now, I'm not sure if you or Desert Eagle, let's see. We'll get nastily ambushed from here. Oh my god. Okay, let's draw Desert Eagle. I'm not fooling around with this amount of health. Okay, and they did manage to get a hit on us. Oh, that's just wonderful. Oh, come on, it's not difficult. Just don't get hit ever. It's simple as that. Okay. Now, there is another treetop house over there, and I think another one over there. There are a lot of them in this level. Suddenly, this is what I like to refer to as the second village, although, you know, it's the same village, but technically it's a different village area. Helps to keep me track of the different items and enemies in this level. Yeah, mind the box of flares over here. But actually, us taking damage was the result of me using MP5 as a two-handed unwieldy weapon in a situation where maneuverability was essential. So there you have it. That's the price for using it. Let me just pick up the shotgun shells here and... You bastard. Can't you let a lady reload her guns in peace? Thank you. Whoa, and yeah, we just... Yeah, so... Never mind the shotgun ammo, we just lost it, so... But yeah, the trade-off was more MP5 shots, and trust me, oh my god, we are so gonna need that in the next level. Shotgun, not really, not at all actually. So yeah, I'd rather use the shotgun shells in this level than the following one. Saying that, there's time for another very uncomfortable close encounter if we go for the upper houses here. Whew, yeah, you need to be very quick. Once he poisons you, boom, that's it. You're fated to use a health pack or reload an earlier save. Puts a lot of pressure. You know, I really underestimated this mechanic when I came to think about it back in the Temple Ruins level when I talked about it with Cobras, but even though it's, you know, there are a lot of health packs in these games, it's really a minor obstacle, but for some reason it really puts a huge amount of pressure on me, and that is great. I love that tension. Okay, another rope mechanism. This one does something slightly different. Try and jump on top of it, because these guys are so primitive, they have not even learned to climb. They are like literally the only humanoids who cannot climb. I have no idea why that is the case. And it's not due to lack of exercise. I mean, look at their physique. The entire life is a daily struggle to survive, no doubt, so yeah. Okay, and now that we opened a trapdoor leading to this treetop house, there are actually two ways we can go by. You can, you know, not bother with it and therefore not trigger that guy appearing. Oops. By simply climbing here. You can climb this roof, therefore you have absolutely no need to open that door, and you can just literally safely continue exploring. So yeah, that's a bit of a shortcut, I guess. I'm not sure if the developers were really aware of this, but yeah, let's do this the honest way, just for the sake of some sort of complete exploration, you know. I find satisfaction in such things. And yeah, backflip once you get up, or don't, up to you. Either way, the treehouse is once again devoid of all interesting features and objects, not even pickups, nothing. Instead, we can make a jump on the wooden platform over there. Actually, it is much easier to do that from the roof where I was just a while ago. So really, using the treetop house is kind of a disadvantage, you know, for this tricky jump. But there you go. Awesome, we made it just fine. Yeah, now... No! You... Not again! No, 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 no. Once again we find ourselves in a temple, and once again we are pushed into a trap. Oh, this is poetic. I am gonna brutalize you for this. Oh, just wait and see. Okay, Lara, we get a second shot at this, and you'd best be ready. Come on, where are you? Oh! Okay. For a while I thought he's walking through the fire or something crazy like that. Okay, so clearly this path, yeah, through the fire is a no-go at this particular point in time. Oh, one thing. Let me show you the secret screen, yeah. So we have found 4 out of 3 secrets, the 4th one being the little cave where we try to reload our shotgun in time. But yeah, so this is exactly how I think the river Ganges should work. For some reason it did not. I'm trying to think and remember if there is... Oh, of course, there'll be another level with multiple pathways actually in South Pacific, one of the scariest and toughest ones in Tomb Raider franchise itself. But yeah, later about that. First of all, a couple of harpoons in the dark cave in here. And yeah, that's really it. Down below is a corner where we actually eliminated the blow dart native. Yeah, you can still see his corpse there. Our entire objective now is to get into that 3rd treetop house. The first one being where the Australian guy is, of course. But yeah, now you can of course, you know, walk through the spikes, but I think you have to jump out of them or climb out of them to a higher place, and Lara would scratch her legs, so you can avoid that in its entirety by just monkey swinging. And you know, monkey swinging is fun. I mean, come on, just look at Lara's butt. It is hypnotizing. Left, right, left, right. Okay, and yeah, there is another one here which you cannot really see properly. And we get onto a safe spot on the roof. Now we need to... Oh yeah. Very straightforward. And see, this fence over here is exactly what I'm talking about when I mean the huts need few more objects like this, you know. I don't think there's anyone inside. Yeah, okay, fair enough. What about now? No? No? Okay. Their ambushes, you know, what they did to us in the temple in that fiery corridor just make me so paranoid. Oh my god. Yes, interrupt that little cutscene because this happens. This is so evil. The game's hints literally try to kill you. I mean, wow, they went to new lengths in just being cruel to you in level design, seriously. Okay, so what you've probably noticed before I started panicking and drew my gun was actually, can I say, yeah, was the trapdoor extending over the fire pit. Now I'm just wondering if actually, yeah, the shortcut I've showed you a little while ago. Yeah, let's use it now, I say. Ah, we haven't done this in a while, have we? Okay, great. Since jungle, I think, come to think of it. Wow. Okay, and yeah, as I said, this is, it's just much easier to jump over here than awkwardly from the treetop hut, which is really strange. Having patience to open the hut in the first place should be a reward, not a punishment, but there you have it. Yeah, make sure to jump a bit earlier, just to make sure Lara doesn't catch on fire. And now, once again, have that Desert Eagle ready. No, not for the third time, I refuse. Whew, okay. No, no more. Seriously, no more. Now, what we have here is... did I say Tomb Raider 3 level design is evil? Yeah, so is this switch. Do not press it. As you can see, you know what will happen. Come on, do I have to explain it? Yep, Lara will set herself on fire by using that switch. We can just ignore it and go our separate ways. We would enjoy view from the bamboo, or not bamboo, wooden window over there, but if it wouldn't be for the blade traps. So just sprint, Lara. This is actually easier than it looks. You have plenty of time to, you know, move forward. Once again, we have a double rope kind of switch. I really love these. This same animation like opening the rusty wheels in Tomb Raider 2 in Wreck of Mario Doria. Yep, and there we go. Now you might be thinking, okay, so the entire point of getting in here was to get out? No, if you remember, there were a couple of ropes attached to the mechanism over here. Yep, and the underwater trapdoor is now officially open. Now, there is the very final enemy of the level hiding in there. And as I said, I would really like to try and put the harpoon gun to use. I'm just not sure when the bastard spawns. We need to have a fighting space, you know, for the harpoon. For those of you who've played Tomb Raider 2, you know exactly what I mean. So maybe let's just switch right back. You can maybe hear another entity swimming. That's the crocodile over there, yeah? Oh great, you need to reload after one shot. Did the harpoon gun get even worse this time around? Oh my god, we are totally gonna die again, aren't we? Okay, can he get on the surface? No? Okay, I seriously just want to know how many shots he can take. Oh, that sound is amazing it makes. Oh my god. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, it took 4 shots? No. Nonsense. We had 21 shots, we're down to 14. That is 7 harpoons to bring a crocodile down. That is absolutely atrocious. Saying that, yes, we have saved up some other ammo, but I'm not sure we've made our quest for killing all the underwater enemies any easier. I mean, that's 2 harpoon pickups plus 1 additional harpoon, and for some reason Lara just had to reload after 1 shot. That is really ridiculous. But then she started reloading, you know, after 3. That is very strange indeed. Yeah, okay, so I guess I've saved up 2 Desert Eagle shots, which, don't get me wrong, is pretty damn powerful. It's 1 grenade. And yes, we find ourselves on another bridge, but don't worry, this is not an entrance to another temple. Mind the face here, it's actually really creepy and it will follow us around later on. But yes, this is exactly it. Finally we can enter the very first treetop house with the Australian guy. Okay, let's see what waits up ahead. You have got To be kidding me. Okay, guys. I'll see you back at this spot. Okay, let's hope that guy did not see this, because this was just embarrassing, Lara. Now, I'm not entirely sure if a standing jump is gonna work, but oh well, let's give it a go. Wow! Okay, okay, Lara, time to make up for it with a bit of stylishness.
Not interrupting, am I?
Not bleeding, are you? Not about to use this place as a dunny?
No, and no.
Good. Good. Just don't want any fly-carrying visitors in here.
Right, I understand. What happened?
Woke up in the jungle with one of those little blokes snacking on my leg, didn't I?
A tribesman? It isn't usual for them to eat right off the bone like that.
Well, it was dark and I never got the bugger, so I can't be sure. Something spooky is in that jungle. Our air carrier crashed up in the mountains. Every night some of my men would vanish without trace. Others fled in fear. Then this happened. And I brought the men down to shore for safety. Only for us all to be captured by this greedy mob. Some sort of sacrifice to their god who lives up in the hills. But it seems I've not been invited to the barbie.
Maybe you're the dessert. Ripe flesh can be a bit of a delicacy around here.
For real?
Listen, we'd better get you out of here. Do you know how the tribe crossed the swamp down there? Which stones they tread on?
Yeah, but I'm staying put. With this wound, I'll be like a fill-up station to every diseased bug in the bush. I'd rather be the main course of the real feast. Hey, if you see any of my men alive in there, direct them to the North Shore, will you? Away from here.
Of course.
Poor guy, but also actually kind of heroic, you know, just worrying about the safety of his comrades and just giving up on life on his own. And honestly, reasonably so. He had a good point about catching every disease, being a burden, that kind of thing. But I really love this cutscene. Several interesting things were mentioned here. First of all, he said there's something spooky in that jungle. That is a reference to actually the Indian jungle theme, you know, with the ethnic sitara instrument. That's what Nathan McCree called that song. Something spooky is in the jungle. So it's a lovely reference to that, I think. And also, Lara mentioned crossing the swamp that I have showed you is uncrossable in the coastal village level. However, now that she has received a map from this guy, she will be able to cross it. That one piece of flower tile will be solid. So yeah, they decided to do it like that. And actually the plot thickens. They have mentioned a guard in the jungle over there. I mean, things are gonna get so seriously serious, interesting, deadly, and come to think a bit about it, I am really not sure what I'm gonna do with conserving ammunition in the next level. But okay, that is for the next time. I hope you enjoyed this level. We have got all 26 kills, all 34 items, and have found all 4 out of 3 secrets. So, I'll see you guys next time in the crash site.